Hello everybody and welcome back to this video. In this video we'll be seeing how to integrate Firebase with our Android application inside of Flutter. So with that said, let's get into it and let's see how to do it. So the first step that we have to do is going to be to go to our Firebase project and actually register our Firebase application. So for that I'm going to go the same way I did before to our Firebase application, and I'm going to click on Add App. From there I'm going to select Android, and then it's going to open up the application registration screen. Here I need to provide a Android package name, and this package name is also sometimes referred to as the application ID, and you can find this in the Gradle file for your Android application at the app level. So what that means is inside of your Flutter project, if you click on Android folder, and then from there you click on the app folder, if you go to the build.gradle file present inside of there and you scroll down, you are going to see the actual application ID for your application, which is com.example.chatify_app in my case, and you'll copy and paste that in, and with this you're going to click on register app. Once this is done, the next thing that you're going to do is that you're going to download the google-services.json file, and then once you have that file downloaded, you can click on next. And then what we're going to do is that we're going to actually drag and drop that file inside of our Android folder. So I'm going to take the file that I just downloaded, google-services.json, and I'm going to put it inside of our Android folder. So that is this folder. So for that, what I'll do is that I'll firstly right click, reveal in Finder. And once the application actually opens up for me, the Android folder, I'm going to go and copy and paste in my google-services.json file inside of there. And that's pretty much it, all we had to do. And now if I open up the Android folder in Visual Studio Code, the google-services.json file should be present there. So once we have this, the next thing that we have to do is that we have to go to the Android build.gradle file. So this is the root level build.gradle file present inside of the Android folder, and we have to add some stuff here. The first thing that we have to do is that inside of our repositories, we need to check that Google is added, and as you can see, it's added here. And then after that, we have to go to our dependencies section, and inside of our dependencies section, we have to add this very specific line. So I'm going to go and I'm going to paste it in here by like this, and it's called classpath com.google.gms Google services, and I'm going to paste a link to the appropriate tutorial in the resources section of this video or in the actual GitHub repo where you can find the project files, and you can copy the stuff from there as well if you'd like to. Once this is done, you're going to do command save just to save this, and you're going to go down to where it says all projects, and then inside of repositories you're going to confirm that Google is there as well. And then finally, once you have this done, you're done with this build.gradle file. So once we are done with modifying this build.gradle file, we can actually move to the app level build.gradle file, and inside of there we have to modify some things as well. So the first thing that we have to do is that we have to apply a plugin. And where are we going to do that? Well, if you go down to a very specific section where it says apply plugins, you can copy and paste this line there. So it says apply plugin and com.google.gms.google-services, and you can do command save. And once that is done, that's all pretty much that needs to be done. The last thing that we have to do is that we need to update the actual minimum SDK version to 21 to avoid any compilation errors that might occur when we start to build this application due to the multi-text limitation. This course does not cover the actual walkthrough of how to circumvent that problem and enable multi-dexing in another way. So the best, easiest possible way for now is to actually change the minimum SDK version to 21, and this should hopefully avoid all major errors that you might incur if you have a SDK version lower than this, and do command save. So once this is done, we're pretty much done with everything, and now what we can do is just as a final check, we can do flutter pub get, and this is going to do that for us, and we are good. And then finally, the last thing that I'd like to do, which I already did in the last video, which was for the iOS setup of our application, I'd like you to go to the main.dart file, and I'd like you to import the Firebase Analytics plugin so that we can actually verify that the code actually works. So once this is done, you can close off everything. You can shut down the Android folder. You can go to the main.dart file, and you can click on run and then start debugging. And I'm going to click next here, as well as continue to console. And now what I'm going to do is that I'm going to minimize my web browser, and I'll wait for the Gradle test to complete and for the app to actually launch on the iOS or the Android simulator in this case. And if any problems occur, I'll resume the video in that case as well. So I'll see you guys in a little bit. Hello everybody, welcome back. So in the process of actually copying our Google services.json file, I actually copied it over to the wrong place. It needs to be inside of the app folder and not inside under the Android folder. So it needs to be Android app, and then underneath of there we need our actual Google services.json file. So with this done, what I'm going to do is that I'm going to go back to my main.dart file and I'll run it again, and I'll let you guys know what goes on now. Hello everybody, welcome back. So the application was successfully installed on the simulator, and as you can see, it's running now. So that means that we were able to successfully integrate Firebase with our Android application as well. So with this done, I'm going to end this video here. And now in the next video, we are going to be taking a look at how we're going to be structuring our data inside of Firebase, and how we're going to be actually structuring data inside of our Firebase storage as well. So with that, thank you for watching, and I'll catch you guys in the next video.